guys, real sport, Bar TV.
It doesn't matter if you do it in a man cave, in your van, on your couch, with a painted face. Whatever it is, just get behind your team.
Newcastle.
Go the Knights!
Go Barra.
With your favourite cold one in your hand. Our passion, our game, our beer. Tui's new, for the love of footy.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming,
basketball,
netball
and athletics,
you'll see this logo.
It's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Hello and welcome to this round 3 wet weather catch-up match. Cessnock taking on Central. In their past few matches, Central have won 3 in a row. They knocked over South Newcastle at Townsend Oval 32 points to 6. They knocked over Lakes United 32 points to 18 and got a close victory over Curry last weekend, last round I should say, 26 points to 24. For Central, they've struggled through the opening part of the season. Got an 18-0 win at home over Curry in round 6. And in their last match in round 7 against Western Suburbs, they were beaten by 24 points to 0. So a big game for them today. They're at the foot of the ladder on just the 2 points that win over Curry, their only victory of the season. So they need to get a result over Cessnock to try and roll back up the ladder to Central. On the other hand, Cessnock, they've been very good this year. 4 wins and only the 1 loss, and that 1 loss came against Macquarie in round 4, 38 points to 18. And they're sitting in third on 9 points, so that draw against Maitland. Interesting contest, that one. And Cessnock are going to kick off to get us underway in this one. The round 3 catch-up match, the only match from round 3 to be played was that Lakes United Western Suburbs match. The only sides to have played these 7 matches. So here's the kick-off from Willie Heta down the ground for Cessnock. And 10 metres out from their own goal line, they're going to bring it back. Good defence over there from Alex Fata, and the halfback Liam Foran, of course, played for the NRL, played in the NRL for Manly, as well as Parramatta, I believe, as he comes Central up the ground. They're about 25 out from their own goal line. The Butcher boys, it's bringing it out to the left now, just over the 30-metre line. In at dummy half is Delaney. Gets it across to the right and bring it forward is Rowan Kelly, Central's captain. They're just 42 away from their own goal line. Delaney back for the kick, and for War Boys puts it down into the corner. Well taken over there by Cessnock and bring it back over the 20-metre line. There's the winger over there. Dummy half played away and going for a little bit of a scoot out of dummy half. And it's Nielsen who took that run. Another run out of dummy half for Cessnock, so very much one-out runs today. Joining me in commentary is Brendan. And Brendan, it's going to be an interesting contest, this one between Cessnock and Central, as Cessnock spin the ball and go over the 40-metre line.
Yeah, absolutely there, Ben. Look, I know that Central sitting at the bottom of the table there, but they've been really unlucky this season. They've had a lot of close losses. Maybe some say that the inexperience of the young side, as we see the kick here, the inexperience of the side maybe just hasn't got them over the line in some of those closer games. But no, looking to see Central really come out and take the under fire Cessnock here and try and get a win today.
Well, here's Central going up the ground, and at dummy half for them is Delaney going across to the fullback was Penny, giving that ball away. Penny in at dummy half again. This is Allison going up the ground for the visitors today. Going out of dummy half again. Penny up over the 40-metre line. A good run from him. at dummy half is Hill now. Goes across to the right-hand side, and it's Allison again. They're only 45 metres away from the Cessnock goal line. The Butcher boys again bring it across to the left. They're going to try and spin the ball back to the halfback, which is War Boys. Puts it high in the sky, and going back and taking it nicely was Holland. And Holland's up over the 10-metre line for Cessnock.
Yeah, look, that's a good kick chase as well from Central. That's very much what they're going to have to be doing this match. Some of those outside backs for Cessnock are really quite fast. So the young side in Central are going to have to make their way up with those kick chases.
And here comes Cessnock up the ground. So just over, almost 3 minutes gone in this one. The round 3 wet weather catch-up as Kelly now takes it up over the 30-metre line for Cessnock. In at dummy half, I should say, taking out was Halad for Cessnock. And now bringing it across to the right. They're up over the 40-metre line. And this time it's Metcalf on the ball. Plays it to Stevens in at dummy half. And the kick down the ground.
There's a bit of a flat ball there before the kick. Oh, it's a wicked bounce. But, bit of a flat ball there. But looks like they've got away with it.
Bamblett playing the ball for Central. In at dummy half was Penny. And across now to the left. They're up over the 20-metre line. Central. Again, it's Penny in at dummy half.
Look, I think that's going to be something Penny's going to be looking at doing. I know Rowan Kelly, we saw him hanging out on the wing already on that one of these early stages of the match. But I think Penny's going to be getting out of position and jumping into dummy half quite a lot today.
Well, here's French now up the ground in at dummy half. It's with Delaney. And across the ground, turning it inside was Ethan Cook. And it's Rowan Kelly, the captain, up the ground. Delaney in at dummy half, goes across to Cook.
Oh, good ball.
Across to the right, good kick on the inside, but it's deflected off a couple of Cessnock legs. And back for the kick from Penny down the ground and taken 20 metres out from their own goal line, Cessnock there, and they'll bring it up over the 20-metre line. So a bit of an arm wrestle early on, Brendan.
Yeah, look, I think that kick that was put through there, and I think referee Starey said that he hasn't actually played at it, which is a bit unlucky because he definitely looked like he stuck his leg out. Oh, he's lucky not to give away a penalty there.
And here comes Cessnock, another one-out run for them. And at dummy half again, and they're going to try and spin it out to the left-hand side. Brett Stevens on the ball, and they've got a penalty, Cessnock, so an early penalty, and we'll see what they can do. Too much holding in the tackle there. 41 out from their own goal line, and here's a chance for them to go on the attack.
Yeah, look, I think that was a repeated offence penalty there. They were Central being a bit slow getting off the player tackled there. But let's see what Cessnock can do first time up in their half.
Tap taken there by Metcalf, and taking the ball up first up for them was Reed Hugo. Dummy half again at Stevens, and he goes short away to Halad. And Halad's taken just 15 metres out from the Central goal line. So a big chance for the Goannas to get some early points here. Going for a little run is Willie Hetta. They're only 8 metres away now, Cessnock. Stevens again at dummy half. Brings it across to the left. This time it's 4, and he goes short. And almost over there was Alec Fatta for Cessnock. Across to the right again, Foran spinning it across to Hetta. Hetta putting a kick towards the corner. He's looking for Williams, and it's going to go over the dead ball line, and it's going to be a 20-metre restart for Central, and they evade the danger. Good defence there from the visitors.
Yeah, look, it was great defence from Central. It was actually the 5'8" in Ethan Cook that really made that last-ditch tackle to stop them from going over the line. And as you can see, some of those kicks are going to go wide all day today.
So now it was with Ethan Cook, and it's still going to be Tim Penny at dummy half. Interesting here, Brendan, that Penny is playing at dummy half for most of the attacking sets. Cook turns it back on the inside for Rowan Kelly. And Penny again at dummy half. They're just over, they're on their own side of halfway, 5 metres short. And now taking it over into Cessnock territory was Cruz Wilson. They're 42 metres away.
Yeah, look, I think, like I said, Jake Delaney and Penny are going to be going in between, just keeping Cessnock guessing, really. As you can see, Delaney's jumped back into the hooker role again.
Well, here's Delaney bringing it across to the left. A kick from War Boys goes down into the corner, 5 metres out from the Cessnock goal line. They're going to have a scrum feed on the 10-metre line, and a chance for them to ruck it out from their own end.
Yeah, look, that's a good little settler, to be honest. As you can see, Ben, that kick all that went throughout in the on the dead ball line, the fact that they went to zero tackle, they've gone almost 90 metres there in at least 70 metres really actually, and no, they're looking good, Central.
So Willie Hetter's going to feed the scrum, just getting everyone into the scrum and be underway in just a second. Here's Hetter in the scrum, gets the ball off the ground and passed away, and Cessnock are going to bring it out from their own end. So they're 15 out from their own goal line. And at dummy half again, going for a run is, looks to be Woodbury. Plays the ball 20 out from his own goal line, gets up rather slowly, but in the end it's Stevens. Now away at a lost ball there. The pass from Connolly out to the left, and it's been turned over, and Central now with a chance to go on the attack. After Cessnock chanced their arm down the attacking end, it's now Central's chance to see what they can do.
Yeah, look, Graham's there right there on that. It's a great opportunity for Central. Like we were saying, this young team, they really need to get off to a good start because Barney Miller up there in the coach's box for Cessnock is going to have this Cessnock team pretty well drilled like we've seen so far this season.
Les Cook, Delaney out the back now for Durston, and Durston takes it up to within 22 metres of the Cessnock goal line. Delaney in at dummy half, turns it back on the inside this time for French, and they're just 20 metres away on the second tackle. Delaney now across to the right. Here's the lock, Wilson across to the right. Nice ball away to Penny, across to the right to the winger. They're going to go close, and it's Bamblett that's gone over for Central. We'll see if the try is going to be awarded. It is. And the Butcher boys score first up at Cessnock, and they lead by 4 points to 0 after 9 minutes in this one.
Oh, Ben, look, that was a great little move out the side there. Like we said, they're a young side. They're definitely quick, these Central outside guys. So, it's a perfect start. Ron Kelly will be pretty happy with the way the boys have started this.
So, sideline conversion coming up for the try scorer, Bamblett. He's kicked 4 goals this season, although it seems to have been shared around Warboys with a goal, and Marlborough, who's coming off the bench today, he's kicked the 3 goals. So this is going to be a tough one for him to knock over, but it's a good start for Central here. They need a victory today to get themselves off the bottom of the ladder, and they're going about it the right way early on, just 10 minutes into this first half.
Look, it's a beautiful day today after the amount of rain we've had, but like you can see there, Ben, that track looks absolutely fantastic. It's got well-drained grass there, and it's definitely holding up pretty well.
So here's the kick about to be taken, pretty much right on the sideline, about half a metre in.
As you can see, he's not quite staring into the sun, but almost. So the kicker looks like he's got a chance of... no, he doesn't look like he's holding his hand up, so he should be okay here.
He stands over at Bamblett. Hits it towards the post. Flags are away, so no goal for Central. They lead by 4 points to 0 at Cessnock, and a wonderful facility this, Brendan, here at Cessnock.
It is actually. I was lucky enough to be at Mudgee yesterday for the CRL Country Champs, and Mudgee and Cessnock are on par, to be honest, for 2 of the best regional grounds here in New South Wales.
Well, there's the kickoff. Goes all the way down to Cook, and he turns it inside for Wilson, and Wilson takes it just over the 10-metre line. It's going to be Delaney in at tummy half, so 12 out from their own goal line. Across to the right now, cutting back on the inside, and a good tackle there from Brett Stevens, in turn with Brendan Halad from the Cessnock side. And now taking it forward for Central, and getting driven back, and a great tackle was Daniel French. He's taken 20 away. Delaney trying to get Central back on the front foot, goes for a good scamper out of dummy half, 10 metres made in that run, and across to the left now, taking it forward again was Wilson. He goes up over the 40-metre line. Delaney now across to the right. It's Cook again putting the kick in down the ground, and it's straight down the throat of Holland, and Holland takes it up over the 20, stepping, and he runs into some good Central defence, taking 22 out from his own goal line.
Yeah, look, I think Cessnock are just getting back to basics here. First time that the Central's found him on the full. So, like I said, the kick chase from Central is really important in this match.
Williams taking the run there for Cessnock. Dummy half Stevens, now across to Halad, doing plenty of work early on in his Brendan Halad for the Cessnock Goannas. Stevens again, this time across to the left. Liam Foran throws a great cutout ball and away down the left-hand side. Is it being called forward?
Yeah, I think it's come from the touchy.
The touch judge has called it forward, so Liam Foran going across to the left-hand side, and it's going to be an error goes against him, and Central with the scrum feed.
Oh, look, they look really dangerous, actually, Cessnock, when they do have the ball. So, like I said, Graham Stair wasn't quite on the mark there, but luckily his touchy was right there and made sure they brought that one back.
We'll have to have a look back on the replay later, but I didn't think it went forward too far forward, if any at all, Brennan. So maybe a tough call from the touch judge.
Yeah, fair enough. At least they are saying something. Sterry can't be everywhere.
Here's Delaney getting the ball away, so another chance for Central to go on the attack. It's French, who's 5 metres into Cessnock territory. Delaney in at dummy half, across to the right for Cook. He goes out the back for Penny. Again, Penny goes short, and they're away through Allison, but it's been put down, and Cessnock dive on the ball, and gee, Tim Penny's looking dangerous for the Butcher Boys today, Brendan.
No, absolutely. All that last ball, he just couldn't quite get it around the corner for his on-flying winger. But no, it's pretty exciting at the moment. This looks like it's shaping up to be a very, very good match.
So over the 30-metre line, good run there from the big number 11 for Cessnock, which is Fata. Across now to the right, they're going to spin the ball. A little bit of a palm there from Metcalf, bringing it across, and he's gone very, very close to the sideline. And at dummy half is his winger Williams. Across now to Stevens. Stevens onto Halad, throwing the ball to the left. Foran gets the ball away to Fata, and Fata takes it forward. So they're just about 42 metres out from the Central goal line. Stevens now across to Foran. Foran with a little stabbing kick down to the corner. They're after it, Cessnock, but it's well taken again by Tim Penny, who's taken over the sideline. A little bit of push and shove, but Cessnock are going to go on the attack here, Brendan. A fantastic opportunity to get some points on the board.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be he signalled it's a Cessnock feed. They're in a great position just shy of the 20-metre line. And I think Cessnock are very much going to be putting a lot of pressure here on this young side.
So we're 15 minutes in here on Bar TV Sports. It's Cessnock taking on Central. Cessnock down 4-0 at home. They've won 3 in a row this season. They've only lost the one game, in fact, and that was a big loss to Macquarie, 38 points to 18. So it's an interesting position that they're in right now. There's the ball, a little bit of a tap, but Metcalf looking for the penalty, didn't get it. Halad taking it forward now for the home team. He's only 10 metres away now, Cessnock. Stevens in at dummy half. He brings it across to the right now and taking it for the home side, and going very, very close was Metcalf. 2 Metcalfs in the side. That one, Dan Metcalf. Stevens across now to the left. Foran changes the point of the attack to his opposite with his Heta. Heta getting on the outside, and Cessnock have spilled the ball. I should say Central have spilled the ball, and it's going to be a scrum feed again for Cessnock just 10 metres out.
Yeah, look, Josh Nielsen just couldn't quite hold on to that. I think if he did hold on to it, he could have run away. He's pretty quick, the old star of Butcher Boys TV on the wing, Josh Nielsen. But no, he just couldn't quite keep it in the palms, and luckily enough, he did well to stop that try. But he could have raced away 95 metres and really turned that defence into attack.
Well, he hasn't scored this year, Josh Nielsen for Central, so it would have been a good chance as here's Foran across to the left-hand side, and dodging and weaving away was Kerrod Holland, the custodian for Cessnock. Stevens again at dummy half, across to Foran, turning it back on the inside for Fata, and Fata's just 5 metres out from the Central goal, and now he's spun back, so probably 8 away now. Stevens, he's got options on the left and the right. Stevens across now to Heta. Heta goes short, and going over for Central is Reid Hugo, the big second rower, and Cessnock, and we're all square here at Cessnock Sports Ground. 4-all after almost 17 minutes, Brendan.
Yeah, like I said, it was just the simple things. One off the ruck. He's the big second rower in Reid. He's gone very hard at the line, and the Central just didn't have the numbers there to stop him.
So he goes over his second try of the season, does Reid Hugo, and a lot easier kick this one for Heta, and Heta's going to take the shot at goal. And probably just 5 metres to the right-hand side of the post. One of the kicks that you'd expect would be knocked over 9 times out of 10. And we'll see. You should see Cessnock with the lead after almost 18 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, this is bread and butter, I think, for most kickers. Wonder what Rowan Kelly's saying down there behind the goal line. They look like they're just watching in anticipation, but no, he'll be into them, telling them to back up. They've certainly been in the first halves. It's these second halves that Central's been dropping off, but here he goes. He looks like he's about to kick off now.
So Heta with 15 goals for the season. He makes it 16, and it's 6-4 now to Cessnock. And Central are going to kick off and get this one back underway.
Yeah, and you were just saying, look, all the talk in the pre-season was that Cessnock might struggle this season. But, with Barney Miller coming up from Wests, he won three on the trot with Western Suburbs Rosellas, and he's now had his first year here at Cessnock, and no, he's definitely turned the side around, and they're looking pretty good this season, to be honest.
Well, here's Cessnock coming out of their own half again off the kickoff. It's so important. We've seen so often sides make mistakes after scoring points, so Cessnock will want to try and keep a clean bill of the ball in this set. They're 30 metres from their own goal line. Stevens now across and barging run over there. I know they've dropped the ball. There it is.
That's gone forward. Yes, Sterry will bring that one up. No, it was definitely on, but Metcalf, he bumped off the first, almost got himself through the second, but just as he went to go and offload that ball, it looks like it might be still a bit dewy out there, and they've dropped that, giving Central a really great opportunity here to bounce back and put some more points back on and take that lead back.
And it looks like Matt Cross has come onto the ground, the big number 17 for Central, and it's going to be War Boys to feed the scrum. Delaney out the back to Cook, and stepping away was Allison. So Central, another chance to go on the attack after Cessnock spilled the ball after scoring points. Delaney now away to Rowan Kelly, and Kelly takes it within 25 metres of Cessnock's goal line. Delaney. Now the ball away to Cross, who's just come onto the ground, as we said a moment ago. Delaney again at dummy half, 15 metres away now. Central. Here he goes, short away. Cook tries to throw it across, and coming away with it for Cessnock was Woodbury. And Woodbury's up over the 20, and a wasted opportunity there from Central.
Yeah, it was probably a pass that Cook didn't have to throw then. He could have taken that tackle. But no, that's the way Central play. They're looking to get their outside men involved, and probably one too many passes, though, in that instance.
So tackle there made by Rowan Kelly in turn with Delaney. And he spilled the ball. Is it going to be a penalty? No, it isn't. It's just going to be a drop ball. So Cessnock doing themselves a lot of harm. A lot of drop ball early on in this one. Just over halfway through the first half. It's Central who are down at the moment by 6 points to 4 at Cessnock Sports Ground. And they're going to feed another scrum 35 out from the Cessnock goal line.
Yeah, look, Ben, it looks like there's a couple of areas coming into this. I think whichever team settles first and starts to really take advantage of the pill, that side really could put some points on. Both sides have had good opportunities. Here we go. We see Central now putting some phases together.
So Durston taking it forward. They're just 22 out from the Cessnock goal line. Delaney now goes short, away to Cross. A good run from Cross. Keeps the legs driving, and they're just 25 away now. Delaney again, this time across to the right. Gives it to Cook, and turning back on the inside for Wilson. And Wilson plays it to Delaney. Delaney scampering out of dummy half, goes short away to Penny. Getting his hands back on the football. He was very prominent early on, was Tim Penny. And he's back on the ball. Plays it about 2 or 3 metres out. Delaney goes the short side, goes away to Cook. Cook almost slices through. Good defence over there by Cessnock. In at dummy half now for Central was Jarrett. Goes back all the way back for War Boys for the kick across to the left. Up they go. Taken in the end by Cessnock, on the ball. May have been thrown forward in the end by Metcalf. Referee said it went back, and Cessnock are going to ruck it out from their own half.
Oh, look, Ben, Cessnock were pretty lucky there. They made an absolute meal of trying to collect that ball up, and Central were pretty unlucky not to really have a man settled to really just jump on that ball and actually score the try. But here we go, Metcalf. Look, he's been solid. Some more yards up the middle.
So Metcalf again playing it away, and across to the left on the ground for Cessnock is Powell, who was in at dummy half there. Across to the left now for Edwards. Edwards playing the ball away. It's Connolly in there at Powell, I should say, in there at dummy half again, and they're 40 metre on halfway, I should say. Cessnock all the way back. Powell going back for the kick, this time from Holland, and it goes down to Tim Penny. Penny up over the 20 metre line, stepping and hit well. He's lost the ball. It's picked up by Cessnock, and a chance for them to go on the attack. They're just 20 metres away.
Oh, Central's been very slow to get back here.
They've got a 6 to go across to the right-hand side. A big chance for Cessnock, and it's been put down with a line wide open by Brendan Williams, and probably not an easier opportunity this season for him to roll over and score a try for Cessnock.
Oh, look, his eyes lit up. He basically saw two big props out there on that wing coming over in cover, and for some reason he's dropped his bottle. But like I said, it's whichever team is able to hold on to this ball is really the one that's going to rack the points up.
A lot of errors early on in this game, Brendan, so both sides are guilty of dropping the ball.
Look, and I know both Barney Miller and Rowan Kelly will be pretty upset with the way that that's happening so far, but it's been pretty entertaining. They're certainly throwing it around, which, when they play that kind of footy, errors are going to occur.
So Bamblett plays the ball away. Penny across to the right now. Stepping back on the inside was Hill, and Hill takes it up to 15 metres out from their own goal line. Delaney now across to the left and charging up the middle of the ground. Central making some good metres, and it was Powell in the tackle, along with Hugo, who scored the first try in this game for Cessnock. Delaney in at dummy half. Puts a kick in. He's inside the 40. Maybe looking for a 40-20. It's not going to get run over the sideline. It's well dealt with down there by Holland. And Holland will run it back over the 10-metre line for Cessnock.
Yeah, that ball just skidded on a little bit, actually. It might be still a bit wet. Maybe a little bit of this afternoon dew out there. But no, that kick almost made it all the way to the sideline.
Powell now across to the right-hand side and going up the middle of the ground. A good run back there from Cessnock. Tackle there from Matt Cross. And now almost slicing through. A little run out of dummy half there from Powell. And now it's with Fatter. I should say it's with Heta. And Heta turning it back on the inside. And now a chance going straight away through the middle of the ground is Fatter. He goes short away, and they're only 5 metres away. Holland gets back up. They're 5 metres away, Cessnock.
Yeah, they were lucky. That ball looked like it could have even floated forward.
Here's 4 and a kick to the corner. They've got space out there, and Cessnock are going to go over. It's Metcalf with the try. Great vision from Liam Foran, and Cessnock go ahead by 10 points to 4 now at home.
Yeah, that's the class of Foran. He's played in some big comps. Liam, and the fact that Barney Miller is a great signing for him to bring him up to Cessnock for this season. And as you can see there, it just shows his class. He just has a lot of time. You could see that they had numbers out to the right there. Puts in a nice little kick. And the number 4, Ian Sean Metcalf, takes that ball. And they take the lead now, so they're looking pretty good, Cessnock. And this kick probably shouldn't be such a problem for Willie Hedder.
Sean Metcalf scoring his 5th try of the year. Goes up to equal leading try scorer with Jared Edwards and Joe Woodbury. Both have scored 5, so plenty of tries that Cessnock have scored this year. And it's going to be Heta. We've got Heta and Fatter in the Cessnock lineup. Bit of a couple of interesting names to say.
Yeah, absolutely. They're like I said, it's a bit of a new look side, to be honest. This Cessnock team, with the likes of Riley Brown leaving, and of course Barney Miller coming from Wests. It's definitely a new looking roster up here in Cessnock this year.
Well, here he is. Heta looking for his 17th goal of the season. He puts it through, and it's 12 points to 4. The home side, Cessnock, leading Central up here at Cessnock Sports Ground.
Yeah, look, Ron Kelly behind there would have been telling his boys, fellas, we've got to stick with this. We can't afford to drop any more points because a side like Cessnock with the likes of Foran and even two of those outside backs in Holland and Metcalf, they can definitely turn on the points, not to mention Edwards.
Kick-off bouncing down the ground, and Cessnock, that one taken by War Boys. Ball across now to the left, some space out there on that side for Edwards to go down the left. Turning it back now and heading up the middle of the ground. Cessnock, once again, they score points, so they want to try and consolidate in this set. And that time it was Fatter. And now away to Foran, throws it across to the right, so they're going to spin the ball out here. Cessnock, a lot of expansive football being played by both sides, as Brendan, you alluded to earlier. Here's Powell turning it back to the right, this time with Heta. He turns it back on the inside for Williams. Williams almost away. He's taken about 30 metres. He's taken right on the 30-metre line. Powell again, a good tackle over there by Jarrett was made, and now is it going to be a mistake?
No, Sterry's called play on here.
So going up, a lovely ball across to the left. Here comes Cessnock, spun out to the left-hand side and going over is Edwards. After maybe a little bit of controversy with the drop ball, referee Stair says no, that's a try, and Cessnock now extend their lead, and that'll be very disappointing for Rowan Kelly and his boys. Cessnock leads 16 points to 4.
Yeah, and you know what? Fair enough. There was. It's pretty hard when the player's facing the goal line. The ball goes straight to him, and it goes through his hands and kind of does go back behind him. But it certainly looked like it ricocheted forward. But they did call play on, and Jared Edwards. Look, he's fresh coming from down in Camden. He was in the centres for the Newcastle Rebels rep side last week. They were defeated by Canberra by 1 point the week earlier. But no, he's having a great season, Jared Edwards, and right on the money with backing up to score that try.
So Willie Hetton is not going to be taking this conversion. Looks like it's going to be the fullback Holland. So they're changing it round, rotating the goal kickers.
Yeah, and Kerrod Holland, he was another one of the threesome that came from Cessnock to play for the Newcastle Rebels, along with Brendan Halad, who started in the front row with Edwards in the centres, and this man on screen, Kerrod Holland, who was playing at fullback.
Kids playing footy in the background there.
Yeah, this is the best thing about grassroots footy, Ben, as he goes in and has a kick here.
So there's Holland's conversion straight between the sticks. So Cessnock opening up a 14-point gap back to Central now. So Central, well, I think it's pretty obvious they're going to be the next. They're going to need to be the next side to score in this one. Otherwise, Cessnock could run away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you were saying, Ben, it's always great when you come to these local grounds. Just with Bar TV now going around, both myself and Josh get a chance to see a lot of different grounds, and just the way that the young kids, you can turn up, you can get yourself some cheap sausage sandwiches and a beer or two without the big queues. And like you saw there, the young boys and girls can have a little run around. Even at half time, they can jump out on the field. You can't really get to do that in the NRL games anymore. Yeah,
some of the sides opening up the grounds probably recently, but there was definitely a period of time where you couldn't go onto the ground. As here's Powell now. Cross to the right-hand side for Cessnock, almost bringing it up to halfway. Delaney and Cross in there with the tackle for Central. Taking it forward was Connolly across to the left. A kick downfield from Foran. Penny is going to sit up just on the goal line. A pinpoint kick. And Tim Penny runs it back over the 10-metre line. Good hit from Powell. And he's driven back to probably just inside the 10.
Oh, look, that was a great kick chase there from Cessnock. They're really applying the pressure now. You can just see this experience coming through the Cessnock side now, starting to shine.
Well, here's Penny now, gets the ball away to Durston, and Durston takes it up over the 20-metre line. Penny again goes short, away.
Ooh.
Getting away from the tackle was Baker. Matt Baker, who's on the ground for Central.
And look, Penny at dummy half there. Oh, he's got the ball around the corner.
Well, flying up at the moment is Metcalf, making some big tackles on the Central forwards, charging the ball up. Penny now across to the right. War Boys goes across to Cook now. Cook puts the kick downfield, and this is going to go straight down the throat of Woodbury. and Woodbury runs it up over the 30. They're 35 out from their own goal line on play one, Cessnock. Great field position. And in at dummy half is Holland. Holland gets the ball away and taking it up over the 40-metre line for Cessnock is the other winger, Williams, and a great field position start to this set.
Yeah, once again, Central failed to find the sideline or even get the ball to bounce. It was straight down the throat of the Cessnock winger, and that just gives them a little bit more time to approach. Oh, and he's knocked it on. That's he wasn't expecting the ball, and Central play on here.
So taking the ball up for Central after the knock-on was Hill, Jackson Hill. Now for Delaney, across to the left onto the ground is McBain, and McBain takes it up. He's only 41 metres out from the Cessnock goal line, so Central probably looking to get the ball over the line and create some pressure, maybe even get the ball in the in-goal if they can't go over. Warboys is in at dummy half after that run from Jarrett, and charging it forward. Going forward again is Baker, so they're only 30 metres away now. The Butcher Boys. Cross to the right now is McBain, 25 metres away. Also onto the ground is Marlborough. Marlborough gets the ball away to Cook. Cook now across the round, goes short to Tim Penny. Tim Penny, lovely ball away to Warboys. Warboys steps back on the inside. He goes all the way back to Marlborough. Marlborough's only 5 metres out, so Central really applying the blowtorch here on the last play. In at dummy half, Delaney. He spins it to the right. Cook goes short, and they're over Central. The pressure pays off, and going over for them is Hill, Jackson Hill, off the short ball. And his opposite number went over earlier was Reed Hugo. Another second rower goes over. A lovely hole running play there. And they're down now by only 18 points to 8. Central back in the game.
Yeah, look, that's something Central really needed there. As you can see, we've only got around about 6 minutes left on the clock. And with Central being more than what now they're 10 points behind with a kick to come, they really need to be the next to score, just to give Rowan Kelly something to talk about when they go into those change rooms at half time.
Chris Marlborough is going to take the conversion. He's kicked the 3 goals this year. And of course, first kick over was attempted by Bamblett. He's not taking this one, so they're sharing the goal kicking duties around both these sides. See if Marlborough can pick this one over and make it only an 8-point gap.
Successful.
Almost into the last 5 minutes of the first half. So these are the 5 minutes where both sides really need to tighten up their defences, because this is where it can cost you matches. Tries before and after half time. So we'll see what they can do. Central, as always, try and keep the ball in hand. First set after scoring points. Holland's going to have the kick-off for the Goannas. They're all in front of him, but they wait back and all on side for the kickoff. Goes downfield and taken by Cook. He gets the ball away there to Baker, who takes it up over the 20-metre line. Tim Penny again at dummy half, doing a lot of dummy half duties is Tim Penny. Ball away and they're only 25 metres. Great tackle there by the Goannas. There's the number 16 who's come onto the ground, Jaden Brown, in there with Mark White, taking it up over the 30. Delaney's thrown it out the back. Is it going to be a penalty to Central? It is. And holding down again. Penalty goes Central's way, and it's going to be Warboys who's going to try and find the touchline, and a massive opportunity now for the Butcher Boys to try and make it only a 2-point gap, or maybe a 4-point gap before half time.
I tell you what, he's terribly lucky there that that ball wasn't batted back in, because, like you said, they're in a great position here, and to go into into half time, potentially if they do score here, to go in less than a try, Central have done very, very well in these last parts of this half.
Taking it forward there was Josh Allison. It almost didn't find touch, as you said, Brendan. Woodbury trying to knock it back in, and unfortunately he couldn't. Well, unfortunately for Cessnock, he couldn't, as Marlborough in at dummy half, maybe looking for the penalty. Across to McBain and short and away. It's going to be Marlborough.
And as you've seen, Graham Stair likes to let the game be played on a little bit here. He doesn't like to call too many plays up, but certainly if they drop the ball forward, he's going to blow that.
Delaney across to the left now. Warboy stabbing it into the in goal and getting back. It's going to be a line goal dropout now for for Cessnock, so building the pressure now, goal line dropout.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very good kick and chase. You know, they're getting back-to-back sets here, and if they really need to turn this possession into points.
So we'll see. Probably just trying to chew up a little bit of time is Holland. Get some breath back for his side.
Yeah, it's that sort of experience that the Cessnock team absolutely have well and truly in their belts.
Not his best drop out. It only goes 30 metres and taken by the try scorer Jackson Hill. So they're only 20 metres away here, Central. Marlborough at a dummy half gets the ball away to Baker, and Baker's only 15 metres away from the goal line. Marlborough in at dummy half again, so both hookers on the ground for Central. Gets it away to McBain, out to Warboys. He goes short. Good defence in the end from Cessnock to stop Jarrett getting through. He's almightily close. He's only a metre away from the Cessnock goal line. Marlborough looking at the referee. No, nothing from Stair. Away to Delaney. Goes out the back to Cook now. And Cook's taken just 12 metres away. They've gone backwards in that play, Central. Across to the right, McBain. Oh, he's put a kick through, and I think maybe he's lost his kicking licence. That one has gone over the back fence, and it's going to be a 20-metre tap for the Goannas.
Yeah, a bit of a brain aneurysm there. I don't think he realised what he's doing. He was almost kicked that into curry.
Yeah, not his best kick, McBain, and I don't think his captain and coach, Rowan Kelly, will be too impressed with that one. Across the ground and charging it forward. Another good run there from Cessnock. They haven't had much ball of late of the Goannas, and they're only 35 away from their own goal line. And at dummy half is Williams. He's only 5 short of the halfway line. It's in at dummy half for the Goannas. It's Powell, and away to Halad, who's come back onto the ground. So they're 42 away from Central's goal line, a minute before halftime.
He was lucky not to get an obstruction just before then. Oh, here we go.
Metcalf gets the ball away. It's Hugo. It's Hugo down the right side, and it's been turned over. And it's going to be a Central scrum feed, so they dodged a bullet there, did the Butcher boys.
I tell you what, Ben, the last few weeks I've been watching Reid Hugo, and there's something almost beaverish about this Cessnock second rower. He loves getting a try, that's for sure, and you know, for some reason he's always out on those fringes on the right-hand side, a la Steve Menzies.
So it was kicked over the dead ball line. It was an interesting rule, that one. So if you lose the ball and then it ends up being kicked over the dead ball line, it's a 20-metre tap. So an interesting rule, that one. But it's going to be Penny in at dummy half after that run back.
Oh yeah, Sterry's all over that.
Yeah, from Baker. And now across to the left, McBain. Now thrown out wide here. They haven't come out here very often, Central, and taken by the centre. In at dummy half is Nielsen, and that is half time. So siren goes, and Cessnock leading Central by 18 points to 10 at half time, and we'll be back for the second half in just a second.
Real guys, real sport. Bar TV.
It doesn't matter if you do it in a man cave, in your van, on your couch, with a painted face. Whatever it is, just get behind your team.
Newcastle.
Go the Knights!
Go Barra. With your favourite cold one in your hand. Our passion, our game, our beer. Tooheys New, for the love of footy.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
Swimming
basketball,
Netball,
and athletics.
you'll see this logo.
it's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Well, some may only see a team of 13 players. We see a whole lot more. A club is only as strong as the sum of all its parts. It's the people. Win, lose or draw. Rain, hail or shine. We're proud to raise a tuies to everyone that makes up our team. For the players, the legends, and the legacies that live on. For the ones who lead the team song, week in, week out. For the trainers who don't just toughen the body, but the mind as well. For the fanatics whose team colours define who they are. And for those who make sure the little things get done. We know a lot of people make up a winning team, working together as one. We're proud to recognise the characters that make up our team. United as one, we raise anew with you.
So both sides are back out for the second half. Halftime score is 18 points to 10 in favour of the home side, the Cessnock Goannas. So it's going to be interesting to see if Central can get back into this one. Their season probably depends on it. This is the halfway point of the season where all sides will have played their 7 matches. So if they want to put themselves back in finals contention, Central really need to get the points in this one at Cessnock today. A win will get them up level with Macquarie, but starting to appear back to the rest of the field. Between South and Newcastle, who are in 4th on 8 points, and Maitland, who are in 5th on just the 5 points. So kick-off just about, and the whistle goes, and we're underway in the second half. Warboys with the kick downfield. Bounces and taken there well by Cessnock, and up over the 10-metre line. The Goannas bring it forward. Powell still out there at dummy half for Cessnock, who's going to be at dummy half, and it's Fatter getting the ball away. Metcalf with a charging run up over the 10-metre line. Across the left, Powell. Good running, good set as Ladd brings it up over the 20. So Cessnock probably want to make a few more metres. Powell across to the left again. Stepping back on the inside with Foran, taking on the line. Good run from him. He made about 10 metres. From Liam Foran. Powell now. Back to Heta. And Heta turns it back on the inside. So they're just 42 out from their own goal line on the last play. Cessnock. Back to Foran. Puts his left foot through the ball and down towards Tim Penny, who takes it nicely. 15 out from his own goal line. Gets the ball away to Nielsen. And Nielsen's going to take it up towards the 20-metre line. So a decent field position start here from Central at the start of the second half.
That's right, Ben. And look, I think both coaches would have would have said, you know, we've got to hold on to the ball. Certainly, Central had some great field position, but that either that last pass or their handling just let them down. Cessnock, on the other hand, when they've got the ball, they certainly look strong. And I'm pretty sure Barney Miller would have been disappointed with that try that was scored in the last 5 minutes of that second half.
Taking it forward, Hill up towards the 40-metre line. They'll be 40 out from Cessnock's goal line. Marlborough goes all the way back. A kick put down from Warboys. It's going to be taken about 20 out from from Cessnock's goal line there by Williams. He takes it nicely above his head. And now Metcalf taking it up towards the 30-metre line for Cessnock. Powell in at dummy half. Goes for a scampering run at a dummy half. Great run from him up over the 40-metre line.
That's not
Cessnock, good metres there.
Not a good sign there, Ben. 2 markers weren't in line, and they were able to get easy yards up that middle of the ruck.
Plaid now over halfway, and they're just poking his nose over the halfway line. Powell gets it away to Foran. Foran turning it back for Fatter. So they're just 45 metres away from the central goal line. Powell now all the way back to Heta. And Heta puts the kick. It's pretty much gone straight up in the air. Attempted to be batted back by Hugo. and he's batted it straight into the arms of Warboys.
Yeah,
and
look,
Marlborough in at dummy half.
had to put that up, and he started running towards the 10-metre line and realised that the ball was about 10 metres back behind him. He had to turn around and try and go back. Liam Foran was playing on the left there, but they chose to go to Heta down the right-hand side.
So Jarrett up over halfway, so really good field position here for Central. Marlborough gets the ball away and taken forward this time by McBain. Almost up to the 40-metre line, 40 out from Cessnock's goal line. Good ball away to Delaney from Marlborough. Looks like the headgear twins out there, the two hookers. Delaney to Marlborough. Again, this time for Warboy, stabbing the kick up in the sky, going back and taking it nicely is Holland. Almost driven back into the in-goal.
Yeah, hang on, he could have lost that. Oh, no, Sterry said he had a hand on the ball. But look, yeah, they're much better kick chase, but then they've let themselves down right in the last minute there. The kicking game of Central is going to come under attack the later on we get into this season.
So Holland's going to look for the touchline. It's a very nice touch finder. See in the NRL all the time, the touch finders make 5-10 metres from the penalty. So Holland making a good 30 metres on that kick for the sideline after the penalty.
No, you're absolutely right, Ben, actually. It's something I mentioned to Pete Jolly. Like I said, Josh and myself get to watch a lot of footy. Not often that we get to pick up a microphone for it, but I've said to Pete Jolly a few times, has he noticed that? And look, it's a great way for him to make these extra yards as they start trying to spread the ball. A great way for him to make these extra yards. Joey would do that drop punt kick, but it seems to me like they're just happy just to make it to the side of the sideline and get the ball on the tap of the foot as quick as possible. But in the other codes, certainly in the rugby, they like to get as many metres as possible.
Yeah, that's right. That's 100% right. So it's surprising. I've seen Blake Austin from Canberra. He definitely goes after it and tries to make as many metres as possible. Unfortunately, some of the other sides not doing the same thing. But Hlad now gets the ball away to Foran, who goes short away gave the ball away to Fatter.
Very flat ball there, Ben.
Yeah, he almost burst through. Here's Foran, a little chip kick over the top, but Tim Penny's awake to it. And Penny hitting a high shot. Stair saw that one from behind.
They start running in, but I think he knows it's happened. Now Penny straight back up. Look at that. That's the difference between Country Rugby League, mate, and the NRL. He got absolutely clobbered, the little fella, and he's got straight back up on his feet. And it's like they talk about diving in soccer. The biggest way to get it out of the game is you pay the penalties. Oh, that's a much better touch finder there from Central, just as we started bagging them out. Yeah, no, look, he got straight back up. It certainly would have hurt the little guy, but tough as nuts.
Here's the tap taken this time from Allison, and Allison goes up over the halfway line, so Marlborough is going to be at dummy half, and Cessnock
he's going to
pressure. Another shove, and Stair once again gives the penalty, holding down in the tackle, and it's going to put Central in a great position to get the first points in the second stanza.
Lucky we don't have a camera in the box next to us, because that would have been caught Barney Miller absolutely fired up then. Absolute coach killer.
Here's Marlborough getting the ball away to Hill, who scored for Central this afternoon. Marlborough getting the ball away again to Cook. Cook takes it. He went for the looked like he was going to pass, but dummy held onto it. A very dodgy play the ball there, and it's going to be a lost ball against Central. Very disappointing. They were on the attack. Got up, did Cook, and he couldn't control it. And as the shade comes over the ground, Cessnock are going to have a scrum feed 10 metres out from their own goal line.
And like I've been saying, Ben, it's just that last little phase that's letting Central down. It's whether or not we talk about inexperience or just being settled. But right now there's a very, very young side out there on the field as we speak, with Kelly off on the bench. But no, they've definitely let themselves down in a great position. Now they're going to have to try and defend this ongoing Cessnock side.
So Woodbury is going to go for a run at a dummy half. The left winger for Cessnock. Going into dummy half again, Powell. So starting hooker Stevens hasn't come back on after half time. And Metcalf again. It's been good this afternoon. Scored a try, getting the ball away now. Holland again up towards halfway, jinking and stepping. He's 5 metres short of the halfway line. No penalty after Powell appealed. Foran again stepping off his left. Was hit in a solid tackle there by Baker. In turn, over there by Hill as well. Comes back for the kick for Heta. Goes down towards the winger. It's well taken out of the air. Oh, what a take that was from Reid Hugo. In the end, he couldn't get away, and he's taken in a great tackle, and Central are still down. Hugo, wow, what a take. He flew through the air, took it beautifully, and unfortunately for him, he couldn't evade the tackle, and Tim Penny's still down. I think he made the tackle on Reid Hugo. Massive tackle, a smaller man on a bigger man there, Brendan.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I told you, he's going to be a star for this competition. Reid Hugo, he's such a big second rower, and he's as nimble and as agile as some of these outside centres. He's definitely going to rack up the tries, and I can tell Barney Miller's letting him play his natural game.
Well, Tim Penny just getting his face checked out behind the play of the ball. Trainer looks like he may be giving him a bit of attention. Ball is going to be played away here by the big number 16, who's McBain. Ball away to Delaney now. Delaney takes it up over the 24 Central. Marlborough out of dummy half, up over the 30-metre line. So Central looking to, after they made that mistake on the last attacking set, looking to get down the attacking end. Back on the ground is the starting front rower, Daniel French, who takes it up over the 40. Marlborough in at dummy half, goes to Cook. Cook pilots it downfield, but this has gone straight down the throat of Holland, and he'll take it back up towards the 30 in a great field position start here for Cessnock.
Yeah, and like I was saying, there's a couple of those, three players in particular came from Cessnock who played in the Newcastle Rebels side that went down to Canberra in that one-point loss. Unfortunately, Central didn't. And Rowan Kelly's just been caught up there, and he's pretty disappointed there. He's run all the way in and penalised him for that. Yeah, like I said, there was the three players, Halad, Edwards and Holland, that represented the Newcastle Rebels side. None from the Central side, but two of the players from Newcastle only made the country rugby league rep side that are going to go over to Fiji later this year. It was Callum Richardson from the Western Rosellas on the wing there. The flying ranger, they yell out when he's busting down that sideline. As we see Cessnock giving a great ball.
Short ball away, flick back on the inside, and going over is Stevens. Well, I don't think he's been back on the ground for very long as Brett Stevens. And Central have gone over, and they lead by 22 points to 10, and that try is a dagger to the heart of Central fans.
Yeah, you're right. Cessnock, look, a couple of those balls were absolutely amazing. The flick ball right at the end, I think from the 5'8", was immaculate. Oh, look, it was a matter of time before this Cessnock side were going to start to put points on with all the possession they've had. It just goes to show it's been a tough season for Central, and they really need to put points on. They need to be the next to score. That's for sure.
Yeah, so we've gone just over. Well, we've got about 29 and a half to go. So, and it's going to be Holland to take the conversion. He's Kerrod Holland. He's kicked 8 goals this season. And he's going to be. And he scored the 2 tries for Cessnock.
Just before I was cut off by that try, as we look at the kick here to make the 24-10, as he strikes it straight between the uprights. As I was saying, Ben, the Callum Richardson from the Rosellas made the team, and also Josh Schmiedel from the Macquarie Scorps was that the only other player that made that side. He's having a great season, the second rower. But like I said, Reid Hugo, is also having a very, very good season in the back row.
I saw Mark Herbert made it as well, former NRL player for the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, there was a fair few of the Canberra team that made the side. Of course, that's the luxury of making the final. The side's mainly made up of Illawarra players, and as our fans of Bar TV know, we're covering the comp down. It's a very, very tough comp down there in the Illawarra. But the side's dominated by Illawarra players as well as the Canberra players, with only the two Newcastle players making the side and a couple of Central Coast guys as well. But Jamie Feeney, the ex-NRL side's going to be coaching that side, and he was saying that it's tough to pick them if they've only watched the one game, which is what Newcastle did. Actually, you can see a player down there, the Central player. He's in all sorts, the centre.
Well, the ball across here to the left. There's plenty of space out here for Edwards, and he spilled the ball, and it's going to be a scrum feed to Central. I was just going to pose a question, Brendan, to you. Do you think the Illawarra competition is stronger than the Newcastle comp?
No, look, I don't think it is. I think certainly the rep side is very, very strong down there, the Illawarra rep side, and they certainly have their fair share of ex-NRL players that make up the comp, the likes of Trent Waterhouse playing down there, and the likes of Jason Riles and Jamie Feeney, who have just hung up the boots this season. But no, it's definitely a very strong comp, but there's only 6 teams running around as opposed to Newcastle's 8 teams. So it's a little bit closer, just as the camera catches up with the play there. It's always almost lifted him up there, but they've driven him into the ground. No, it's definitely a well-run comp, the Illawarra comp. Chris Bannerman's doing a great job down there in the Illawarra, but no, look, I think from grassroots footy, Newcastle with the 4 grades in each club, we're definitely a stronger region. It's just we, for one reason or another, Illawarra's had the wood over us the last 3 years, and actually you can make that 4 years.
Well, here's Liam Foran now coughing up the ball, not impressed with himself at all as he was taking it to the line and just had a little bo peep, and he spilled the ball 10 metres out from Central's goal line, and that is a massive let-off for Central. If Cessnock go over there, I think you probably say that's the game.
Yeah, it would have been all over Red Rover, but I think now with their chance, they've still got 90 metres to go, but they definitely need to be putting points on the board sooner rather than later.
So here comes Central. They're going to try and bring it out from their own half. They need a really good set here to try and gain that ascendancy back in the game. It was the centre, Allison, who took the ball up. Now it's with Tim Penny. Taken up with the head bandage now after that massive try-saving tackle on Reid Hugo after he took the bomb out of the air a few moments ago. This time it's French taking it up 30 metres out from the Central goal line. Marlborough in a dummy half. Goes back to Delaney. Delaney going for a run forward. He's 35 out from the Central goal line, centre of the ground.
And just talking about the country reps as they start looking to swing the ball wide there, Central. The Newcastle under-18s team, the Rebels side, made it to the final, and they played in Mudgee on Saturday. Oh, it looks like he's a bit late. That might go out. No, it's gone straight down the throat of the Cessnock winger. Yeah, that Rebels side, to be honest, a lot of that side is made up of Central's first graders. Sounds funny to say, but a lot of the under-18s guys are actually playing reserve grade and first grade. No, he's just been held back. Yeah, the likes of Zach Hosking, the captain of the Newcastle Rebels, he's been playing a couple of games for the Central first grade side. So very young side Central, but they're definitely looking for later in the seasons to come as being a strong powerhouse if they manage to keep hold of some of these young guys coming through.
Yeah, they were just beaten in the final moments there as it's turned back on the inside. Metcalf again getting up and trying to get a quick play the ball. Decent, almost getting through the line there as Stevens stabbing a kick downfield. Taken by Central at the back there. Done well on that far side.
That's a great mug.
Nielsen.
That's a great mug to have on TV, Josh Nielsen. He's doing great things for Butcher Boys TV, and that's the thing about Bar TV. We're hoping that these clubs can use us as a vehicle to, not only promote themselves, but promote their sponsors and some of those volunteers that are around the clubs. I know that Pete Jolly loves to go around the various old boys' sheds and do a couple of pieces, but we'd like to see some of the clubs embrace it like Butcher Boys TV have. They go around, they interview the canteen staff, and they've lost the ball backwards. Could be a knock on there, actually.
So it is going to be a knock on against Central. There's high fives all round for Cessnock, and Central will be disappointed with that. So Cessnock, another chance for them to go on the attack and put Central under all sorts of pressure. We'll see what they can do in this next set. So we've gone about 57 minutes in this one, 57 minutes now. So almost 3/4 through the game. And Cessnock leading by 24 points to 10 here on Bar TV.
And as you can see, in today's modern age, you've got one of the smallest ever members of a scrum there in Perry taking up the position of lock.
Metcalf takes it forward. He's thrown to ground there by much smaller Marlborough, but he's been great this afternoon. And now stepping is 4 and almost through. He goes very close to Liam 4, and they're only 12 metres away from the goal line, Cessnock. Options left and right. It's Stevens, a very slow play, the ball. Stevens getting the ball away to Halad, who charges it forward as he's done all afternoon. Still with Halad. They're 5 metres away from the goal line. Stevens goes across to the right, goes to Heta. Heta getting the ball away to Holland, who spins in the tackle. Only 2 metres away. Stevens goes in at dummy half, so Central holding on for the moment. Across to Heta, turning it back on the inside and charging forward with Metcalf. That was Dan Metcalf, away to Holland. Second phase, he spun to ground, probably about a metre short of the goal line. He's very, very close. Stevens brings it all the way back to Heta. Heta kicking from right to left, looking for the corner and the leap, and taking it up in the air is Edwards.
I think he's lost it.
And
he has.
Stair has given the knock on. I thought he may have regathered it before he put the ball down, but Graham Stair thought not, and it's going to be another let-off for Central there.
Yeah, Header's kicks are just, those crossfield kicks are just causing the outside men for Central all kinds of bother. They've got some big, tall outside men, the Cessnock going. Oh, that could have been a high shot there from Metcalf. But Stary's called play on.
Cruz Wilson, that was taking the ball forward. Delaney, another good run out of dummy half. He's done well this afternoon as Jace Delaney for Central. Ball away now for Warboys, and charging it forward is Matt Cross. Cross up to within 40 metres of the Cessnock goal line. Delaney across to the right to Cook now. Cook takes it to the line and gets the ball away to Marlborough. Marlborough almost slicing through. Liam Foran was there, as well as a couple of Central second rowers. The ball now from Cook away to Rowan Kelly. Tim Penny looks a little different with the head bandage on. Now a nice offload away out the back. Marlborough spots a little gap, but Halad's there just to grab him by the shirt.
Penny's
and
got
now
it.
Tim Penny slips over just as he was about to get free, and they're only 11 metres away. So big chance on the last for Central. Can they roll it into the in goal?
Must score.
They'll look to the corner. Up they go. Up goes the kick from Warboys.
Knocked on.
Back to Cross. Cross has got the ball. Can he get it down? It's well defended over there by Cessnock. Is it going to be 6 to go? Cross has still got the ball. He's shoving away at Heta. And Graham Stair still not making a decision. He's going to say, well, must be 6 to go. Short away.
Cruz
and
Wilson.
Cessnock are over. Cruz Wilson. Graham Stair awards the try. And Central are back in the game again. It's 24-14. Halfway through the second half.
He's had a great season as Cruz Wilson. Rowan Kelly's depended on him at that lock position for a long time now, and he just keeps going hard. Certainly no question marks around his fitness. He'll keep running that ball up through the middle until the end of this match. Central aren't out of this with around 20 minutes to go. If he kicks this, they're only converted try and a penalty away.
So 20 metres in, about 15 out is Chris Marlborough from the posts. See what he can, he should knock this one over and make it an 8-point ball game.
You'd like to think so.
So here comes Marlborough, stares at the ball, stands, moves in, and he's put the flags up from the touch judges. It's 24 points to 16, and if Central get the next one, we're going to be set for a grandstand finish, Brendan.
Look, it's a testament to the way Central have actually come up here to Cessnock. I don't think too many people would have tipped them with the way that Barney's got this Cessnock side running now. But look, they're right in this match, and you never know. Another big run from a couple of their experienced men like Wilson and Kelly, and then the likes of Scott. Actually, he did a great run getting up there. A bit slow to play the ball, but it gave Cruz Wilson enough time to really... Oh, and that's Cruz back with the ball again. Like I said, he just keeps going all day, Big Wilson.
Yeah, well, I was looking at Central's past matches. They haven't been beaten. They've had a couple of blowouts, but a lot of them have been very close. Only lost 22-20 to Maitland, 12-10 to Souths, 30-16 to Lakes. So probably not a close one against Lakes, but the other two very close as Cross brings it back.
And that's more a reflection on the way that Lakes are going when they came up against them. It was for the Career Cup. It's a big match, the Career Cup. It's a great thing that Lakes and Central have been doing there, mainly run by Terry Bryden and Grant there at Lakes. But No, oh, here we go. Oh, no, look, bit of push and shove.
A little bit of push and shove there from Metcalf.
Laughs it off, and Sterry tells him, come on, mate.
Sean Metcalf there, the number 4. Very similar, him and Dan Metcalf, the front rower. And Central, here we go. A big chance for them. They're going to start the set 40 metres out from the Cessnock goal line. And it's Durston. Gets them now. It goes back to Cruz Wilson. And Wilson charging it forward. They're only 30 metres away from the Cessnock goal line. Delaney, dummies. He's been wonderful this afternoon. Jace Delaney out the back for Penny, who spilt the ball. He had a little bit of a look. He was thinking probably about what he was going to do before he did it. And what's happened is he spilled the ball, and Cessnock have come away with it.
Look, he's had a good game, Penny. He's just, since he's had that little head knock, he's fumbled a couple of balls since then. But no, look, Cessnock look like they're going to make some easy yards again. They're just up through the middle. Central have really got to focus here. They can't afford to let these guys in.
Holland in at dummy half, gets the ball away. Stepping on his right was Connolly there, Geordie Connolly for Central. Stevens again at dummy half, Foran again on the ball. He goes short, and Cessnock almost through. It was a lovely sleight of hand there to Fata, and it's taken in at hooker. There was Edwards. Foran again, a long spiral ball away to Heta. Heta looking for the corner and looking for the grass. His kick takes a couple of bounces off a very hard Cessnock Sports Ground. We were out there before the game, Brendan, and the pitch is very hard. That one took a couple of bounces and over the dead ball line.
Yeah, look, they've definitely had a fair bit of rain though. Although it's adamant of its drainage that it's in such good nick, but no, there was definitely a lot of rain over the last 48 hours. Just going back a couple of plays there, we noticed the class of 4, and every time he takes that ball to the line, the Central players have no idea what he's going to do. Jink, take a little step off the right, or even give that short ball like he did.
I'll tell you who Cruz Wilson looks like. He looks like Ryan James with that long hair from the Gold Coast Titans.
Yeah, although James has just had a haircut, I noticed on the weekend.
The other day, I was going, what? Is that Ryan James?
It's amazing when you got the likes of Kelly here, who wish he has more on the top.
Here's Kelly. Well, there's a great run from Kelly. Cook looks to the sky. Can they get through and make a grab on it? It's been dropped by Holland. It's been picked up by Penny, and the penalty's been given. He's tackled him in the air. There's a bit of back chat, and it's going to be a penalty 20 metres out from the Cessnock goal line.
Look, that was tough. That's a tough call, Ben. As the kick went up, the Central player came through, and he was flying through, but he didn't actually touch him apart from the odd hand. But then once the Cessnock player coughed the ball up, then you saw the second Central guy come in, and he said he wasn't in control of the ball. No, look, Central, like I said, that kick chase was really crucial to their game, and I think one of the things Ron Kelly will be saying throughout the week is they really need to fix up that kick chase. Still not over, 15 minutes to go, 8 points, 2 tries in this.
Yeah, and here goes, that's a good run there from Hugo, who's, as we said, scored the first try for Cessnock this afternoon. It's Stevens, a very slow play the ball. Stevens in at dummy half after Connolly played the ball. Heta gets the ball away, bumping off the tackle there was Metcalf. The offload away now to Foran. Foran out the back, has a little bit of a step. Now all the way back for Fata, and Fata's taken 35 metres from the Central goal line. Stevens out of dummy half. Dummies. Well taken in the end by the Central defence. And playing the ball this time to Heta, and Heta stepping, cross, just slipping through the tackle there of Cross. And it's Stevens. Stevens out of dummy half. He's got plenty of space. Stevens, he's going to go almightily close. Thrown out the back. Cruz Wilson dives on it. Graham Stair says play on, and Central, and a chance now. They're going to have to ruck it out from their own half. And a good run there, really good run there from Ethan Cook, who's taken it up over the 10-metre line, and now putting it under his wing is Josh Allison, and they're up to the 30 Central.
Yeah, and as you can see, Central, they've got the fundamentals there. As Nielsen almost slips his way through there. They've got the fundamentals. Central, it's just like I said, it's that last pass that's letting them down. But their goal line defence has been really, really good today. They're definitely still in this match.
Delaney now getting the ball, throwing it across to the left for Warboys. Warboys smashing a kick down towards the corner. Well taken over there by Williams. And Williams, a little bit of stepping away still with Williams. Playing the ball.
Apologies there. Looks like a cameraman got a bit drunk.
Yeah, a bit out of focus. Metcalf, I thought I was losing it a bit there. Metcalf is going to take it up to, I believe it's the halfway line. It is. And going across to the left, Holland now taking it forward again for Cessnock. It was that Halad.
It looked like Brendan Halad.
And it's going to be Powell, who's back on the ground in at dummy half. Goes away to Foran, stepping off the left and right. Back to Holland. He almost slipped over, but he's going to be taken. Rowan Kelly there to initiate contact. And Delaney, 36 out from the central goal line. Can they finish this one off? Powell away to Connolly. And just as I say that, Geordie Connolly has spilt the ball away. Matt Cross will take it. And they'll start with a 0 tackle central. And that's just what the Butcher Boys wanted as Cruz Wilson takes it up over the 40.
Look, I think Craig Miller will be pretty disappointed, actually, with the way that Cessnock haven't been able to take the sword to this central team. They've every time, as Foran goes in again, every time they're in a good position of play, they're just letting the ball. They're the same as Central. They're just letting that last pass, pushing it too many times, and they're just not able to put Central away here.
Another good run there from Cross. Takes it up to within 30 metres now of the Cessnock goal line. Delaney, another really slow play the ball. Connolly under the tackle there from Cross. Away to Cook. Cook running across field there. Straightening up and getting the ball away to Jarrett. And Jarrett's going to be driven back. A great tackle from Metcalf. Central baying for the penalty. They're not going to get it.
Nielsen.
And there's another error at dummy half, this time from Nielsen. And they're let off the hook again, Cessnock.
Yeah, look, Nielsen, probably the right idea. He wanted to come and give some of those big forwards a bit of a rest and take it out of dummy half, but he was too busy looking for who was one off the ruck before he actually picked it up and secured it and made a run himself.
So Cessnock bringing it away. So it'll be interesting to see after Central. They've been given enough opportunities to get back in the game. They haven't been able to take advantage of them, and Halad takes it up over the 40 for the Goannas. Powell at dummy half. Very slow play, the ball's in the last few minutes. The players fatiguing as Woodbury goes up over halfway.
Look, I think one of the things is they all had last weekend off because of the country champs. No, they're okay. Yeah, they had the weekend off because of the Rebels going down to Camden. They were supposed to have this weekend off as well, with the expectation that the Rebels were going to be in the final, but they were knocked out a week early, which has allowed everybody to have this game on today as a round 3 catch-up from the wet weather game that was postponed almost over a month ago now.
Well, here's Heta throwing it back on the inside. It's been picked up by Central and racing down the left side. Central has been called back. It hasn't. And it's racing now is Nielsen who spilt the ball. And Central again, another great opportunity racing down the left side. Was it Warboys, Brendan? I think it was going down the left.
It was, and he probably didn't need to throw the pass. It looks actually, I've just seen that Josh Nielsen's still down, it looks like, and it was a pass he didn't need to throw. It was tackle 0. They would have had 5 tackles from the 30-metre line. But anyway.
And here's Cessnock bringing it forward. So now is a great opportunity for them to finish off this game and put the nails in the coffin of Central as Liam Foran takes to the line, goes short again. It's been spilled by Cessnock. A lot of errors creeping into this game. And as we were saying, Brendan, probably rusty after a weekend off.
Yeah, I think a couple of these combinations have just probably a bit rusty from having that rest weekend last week. But no, Nielsen's jumped back into. I've noticed he's gone back up into the wing 3/4 position. But no, look, it's the thing about football. You definitely need to keep. There we go. We can see some of the touchies. He's just standing there waiting. Now, you can definitely see that week in, week out footy is what these guys need. They don't like having a rest, and sometimes you do see them making errors if they do have a long period of no play.
The combination between Fatos. Here's a run from Central. A great run back there from Dane Bamblett, who scored their opening try this afternoon. I was going to say... I was going to talk about... No, I've forgotten what I was going to talk about. Wilson taking it forward. And that's what I was going to say. I was going to speak about Alex Fatter and Liam Foran. The combination there looks very dangerous, although it hasn't come off too often this afternoon for them. A lot of drop balls.
Yeah, look, I think that I must admit, I thought and he's got the ball away. Good defence, though. I thought Foran would have taken more of the lead role in the kicking, but it's definitely been Hedder, the one that has done majority of the kicking. And I think, to be honest, that's actually worked well against his central side because Foran really has had the chance to run the ball a lot more and take it up to the line.
Some space there for Baker as he ran down the middle of the park. Tim Penny in at dummy half, gets it away to Cook, tries to evade the Cessnock defence, throws the ball out the back. They've got numbers out to the left.
Oh, he's
but
caught
Graham
forward.
Stair has said it's gone forward. And another chance for Central in this second half. They've had enough chances to get back in the game, Brendan, but they just haven't been able to take them.
Look, it's definitely been a game of missed opportunities, and I'd have to say it's coming from both sides. The class of and experience of Cessnock looks like it's just got them ahead at the moment, but you never know. This young side from Central, if they had to string a couple of these passes together and actually hold on to the pill, this scoreline really could have been a different story.
So Cessnock playing the ball 10 away. Powell getting the ball away. And it's going to be Woodbury taking it forward and off the right. Powell coming into dummy half again. So they're about 32 away from their own goal line. Cessnock out of dummy half. Powell, Cruz Wilson flying up, and the referee gave the penalty. Cruz Wilson looking to absolutely flatten Powell there. Oliver Powell from Cessnock. He scampered out of dummy half. And it looked like a heat-seeking missile was coming for him.
Yeah, look, Cruz Wilson, like I said, he's definitely been one of the best players for Central this year, consistently week in, week out. He looks like Stair, he said he just got him a little bit too high there for his liking, and gave them a position of play that's going to be very, very difficult to keep out.
Yeah, well, this could be the end of the game here as Alec Fatah takes it to within 11 metres of the Cessnock goal line. Powell in at dummy half. He brings it across to the right. Stepping off his right is Connolly, and he goes to 5 metres out from the central goal line. Powell gets away to Foran, who steps off his left and then his right. He went very close, but Central seem like they've got him on the chopping block this afternoon. He hasn't been able to get through with those jinking runs of his. They must have been watching Bar TV and done a bit of research. Connolly out the back to Heta, and Heta went further out the back, and Cessnock are only 8 metres away. And it's Powell in at dummy half. It was Hugo with that run and taking it forward. He only knows one way, Metcalf. Powell now, can he go low? Powell, he flicks it out the back. It's back for Metcalf. Metcalf trying to unload. He can't do so. And they're still about 4 metres away. Heta at dummy half. Goes it across to Halad, and Halad charges it forward. Bumping away was Tim Penny. Foran again taking it to the line. He looks to get the ball away. He doesn't do so. It's not the last play. Stair hasn't got his arm raised, so I'd say it would be the fourth. Halad away to Connolly. They're only, taking it forward. He's 5 metres away is Connolly. So this should be the last play for the Goannas.
It's great defence so far here, Ben. Can they hold him out for one more?
Well, still Stair not raising their hand. So this, I'm saying, is the fourth coming up. Taking it back, bent back by some good central defence there, Marlborough. And in turnover there was Brett Jarrett. Powell across to the right, the open side. It's Heta putting a kick towards the corner. And it's been knocked over the dead ball line by Nielsen, I believe it was.
Yeah, he's cramping up there, but no, he needed to get a hand on that. He really should have tried to take the ball on the full, to be honest. He's very good in the air. He's still on his nudie run, to be honest. He hasn't had a try yet this season, but I think he did pretty well to stop the Cessnock side from scoring that try.
So 4 minutes. Here's a very short dropout, looking to get the ball back, which is really what Central had to do, but it's gone straight to Alec Fatah. So in at dummy half, Powell again. Options to the right. He goes away to Holland. Holland turns it back for Mark White, and White takes it to within 8 metres of the central goal line. Powell again in at dummy half, right under the sticks at the northern end of the ground, turning it back on the inside. Cessnock, and Connolly slipping away from the tackle. He was crawling his way to the goal line. He couldn't quite get there, so just over 3 minutes to go in this one. Cessnock lead by 24 points to 16. Heta looked to go short. Hugo didn't get the ball in the end. And back for Holland, who steps again. Heta still down in back play. Tim Penny with Delaney there, the tackle. Powell now going out of dummy half, looking for the goal line. Can he get there? Stair having a look. He's lost the ball, and Central are going to get a scrum feed 10 metres away, and they'll have to rush in there and try and stop the clock, Central, if they want to have any chance to get a victory. They're 8 points behind with 2.5 to go.
Oh, Rowan Kelly will be really happy with the way that the Central have defended their line. Look, to be honest, Cessnock really should be a long way in front, to be honest. They've had plenty of opportunities to put on points on the Central side, but to Rowan Kelly's credit and his boys, they've really defended well today.
Yeah, Central have held strong, and appealing again for the penalty was Marlborough, and Stair not giving it, so 12 metres from their own goal line, Central. Taking a big tackle over there by Edwards, in turn with Woodbury now. Central bringing it up towards the 20-metre line, so less than 2 minutes to go now. You'd say probably a foregone conclusion. It's going to be hard for them to score 2 tries in the next minute and 40 seconds or so. But they're going to try and spin it. Tim Penny spilt it, and I think that is going to be the game. Cessnock a chance to ice it here, and it's going to be played away there by Heta. And Brendan really disappointing there. They've spilt the ball all second half, Central down the attacking end, as Halad takes it to within 15 of the goal line.
Yeah, look, they're throwing their hand around. Good on them. They're looking to play exciting footy, and to be honest, there was no point just going through the motions there. They really needed to go run 80 metres and to score a try because they weren't going to die trying. That's for sure.
So here's Foran across to the left. Back to Fata, again for Holland, and this Central offence has been very, very stout this afternoon. Woodbury, only the 4 tries, so it's a decent effort in the Newcastle competition. Normally much more than that's conceded in a game, as the ball comes back to flicked out the back for Fata, and Fata's taken just 2 metres out from the goal line. And looking at Central's other games, they've conceded much more than this in a majority of their games, so they've done well this afternoon. Out the back now from Powell. Foran putting a kick right between the sticks. Penny is going to try and let it go over the dead ball line. And in the end, it's hit his shins, gone over. And we're now into the final minute and a half of this one. And we're going to see this goal line dropout from Central.
They'll go short again. No, he's tried to find the sideline. Hasn't been successful, though.
Plenty of space out there. Williams now bringing it back. So probably about a minute to go in this one. In at dummy half is Holland. Big hit there. Taking his time to get to his feet was Williams. Ball away to Halad. And Halad been wonderful as always this afternoon. Of course, played in the Newcastle rep side as we discussed earlier. Powell now. At dummy half again. Gets the ball to Connolly. Connolly short out the back. Nice enterprise here from Cessnock, and going straight through and sealing the game is Willie Heta. Graham Stair points to the spot, and Cessnock on the stroke of full time go across and finally seal the deal against Central. They lead by 28 points to 16, and the kick is pretty much just going to be for the record what the score line will be this afternoon. It's 28-16, and Brendan really, well, not Cessnock's best performance this afternoon, but it's one of those performances that you need to have. You need to win when you've not played as well if you want to be a top side.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Barney Miller, he's coached, he's got plenty of experience. He'll get those boys back in the shed, and he'll, he's usually not his smiley self after a win anyway, but this is certainly one that he'll be giving them as much feedback on what they could do better as what they did well today. He's definitely a hard taskmaster, and I think he'll be pretty happy overall with the way Cessnock's played. They've certainly stayed on top of, as we see the kick here. Oh, and he puts it straight through the posts.
Kick taken there by Mark White, so they've given the interchange player a kick at goal, and that's his first points for the year, Mark White. And that will wrap us up from Cessnock Sports Ground. It's been great to have your company this afternoon on Bar TV. It was Cessnock 30, Central 16, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
It doesn't matter if you do it in a man cave, in your van, on your couch, with a painted face. Whatever it is, just get behind your team.
Newcastle.
Go the Knights!
Go, Barra. With your favourite cold one in your hand. Our passion, our game, our beer. Two is new, for the love of footy.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
Swimming,
basketball,
Netball,
and athletics.
you'll see this logo.
it's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Real guys, real sport. Bar TV.
I'm going to stop my stream. So you want that game just done? Yeah, just ingest it into...
What was our peak concurrent?